Glad we can meet this time.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for having me on again.
Of course,
I'm excited. Yeah.
anytime. You were also one of the first ones I think I did. Yeah, I think you
Nice.
were my
Okay.
fifth.
Wow. How many have you done now? Do you keep count?
Uh, 88 at this moment.
Nice. Oh my gosh. You have to choose like who's going to be like the 100. It has to be big.
Ooh, yeah. Or maybe just a special every interview I have done. That's a good idea.
That, or you could get us all on a big group call. Yeah. Oh, how fun is that? Well, congratulations on almost 90. That's so fun. You've gotten to talk to so many of the actors. Yeah.
Great. This one is the same as when you recorded one for me, but can you introduce yourself for people who might not know you?
Yeah, I'm Alyona Real, and I'm an actress. I just moved to LA in August. I'm not in LA right now. I'm in my childhood bedroom because since there's been a lot of rain in LA, they are redoing our floors completely. So we had to stay out of the apartment. So I just decided to hang out with my mom in San Antonio. So I'm here for now, but I just moved from Atlanta. And yeah, I've been acting for a very long time, like 15 years, just doing stunts, theater, just kind of anything I can get my hands on. So that's me.
Since you're already start talking about theater, how became that interest of yours? Of or what is your
Theater
career
or
about it? Theater.
theater? I think it was just an easy way to get into acting because I was in high school, so they had theater classes, and I was really shy, but I knew I wanted to be an actress. And my mom was like, "Well, you're never going to be an actor if you don't take classes like that." So she actually not forced me, but she changed one of my classes. She was like, "You're going to try theater and you don't have to be an actor. You can go behind the stage and work on creating the world and painting and, building sets." And so that's how I started. But I just always wanted to be up on stage. So when they had their fall production, I was like, "Well, let me audition." And I got a role. So I got a role, and I actually got an award for that role too. Because there's I think they're called UIL. They're like high school theater competitions between all the high schools. And so you go to the different schools and you compete and you show them a play that you've done. And we did a lot of that. So that's how I started, and I loved it. In fact, I can't wait to one day get back into theater. I think it's just magical. Complete utter magic happens in a theater. So one day I'll get back to it.
Do you have a favorite theater play you want to do one day?
I want to do. No, I mean something like Grease would be really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, or oh, what's it called? It's the song is Good Morning Baltimore. It has Good Morning Baltimore. It's Zac Efron's in it. Brittany Snow. What is that name of the musical? Okay, I can't sing, but I would want to be
Both, both of them.
somewhere in it.
But do you mean High School Musical?
It's Hairspray.
Or,
Did you ever watch Hairspray?
yeah, I love
Okay, I do.
so yeah.
So good, right? The music and the outfit. So something like that would be really fun. But again, I can't sing, so it would just be a speaking role, unless they would want me to sing badly, and it would be my honor.
Did you say you can sing, but you sing just a little just
I
now?
can't sing.
Yeah,
No.
wait for it.
I think like a word or two you can like sing, but no, I don't. It doesn't sound good. But that's okay.
In your
Maybe I should just
opinion,
take singing. Hmm?
in your opinion,
In my opinion, right. You know what? Let me just audition for the lead role in a musical, and then I will let the world decide if I'm good or bad because you know, we are our worst critic. We're always finding the worst in ourselves sometimes. So yeah. Yeah.
I had to include your show with Nick, of course, your recent one.
Yeah, Golden Pear. Yeah.
How was filming that, and how was it? Because it's like a vertical with like a company included, like a brand.
Oh, native. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was on set of another vertical in LA with actually Mark. And I was so excited for the next one. I was already reading that script on the set of that. And normally I don't. Normally I focus on one, but it was like 1 or 2 days left of the shoot. So I already knew my lines of this one. So I started to read The Golden Pair. And because I was just so excited to do something kind of different. And I loved the plot. I got to play twins, which is I'm not done playing twins. I'm gonna manifest that I play twins in something else because I loved playing two different characters. And then Nick was amazing. And then we were going through Italy and the story was different and native was involved, which I already use a lot of native products. So it was just so natural. I was so excited because my agent didn't tell me who it was when I booked the role. They were like, it's a shampoo. I was like, okay, cool. And then we got on set and there's all this native products and I love native. And it was really cool to see how they weaved their products into the story and how we talk a lot about each scent and product, but it's built into the story so beautifully that you don't even realize you're doing it. So it was really cool. That was like a one of a kind production, and I hope I get to do more. Yeah.
You answered also one of my questions that I had, just personal, if it was really in Italy, but yes, then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever filmed in Europe before?
In Europe?
Yeah,
No, no, no. I'd never filmed. Wait, was your last question if we filmed in Italy?
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, 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 no. We didn't. The producer wanted us to go, um, but we ended up filming in Atlanta, Georgia. So it was interesting to try to bring Italy into Georgia and how we could make that happen with locations and um, different ways that we would say things and the characters and things like that. No, I have never filmed. I'm dying to film somewhere outside of the US. I want to film in London. Well, I filmed in Canada recently in Vancouver, so that was fun. I love Vancouver. But I want to film like in Italy, London, Portugal. I mean, everywhere, hopefully.
Um, I got also a lot of questions about if you were in India, India from India.
Indian? Oh no, I'm not from India. Yeah, I have a lot of Indian followers. I think it's actually really cool and they asked me to, but no, I'm not Indian. I'm Turkish and Russian. I was born in Russia when yeah, I was born in Russia and I stayed in an orphanage for about 4 years and then I was adopted when I was 7 years old. And then at 7 years old, my mom took me to Texas. So I stayed in Texas for 20 years in Atlanta and now LA. But no, I'm not. I'm not from India. That's funny.
Du- 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 du. Which, which of your characters did you connect with the most that you have done?
All of it. I think one of my very first ones, the cowboy I met in Paris. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
my first
that
from you also.
Oh, was it? Okay. So yeah, I love that. Yeah, that was my very first lead. I loved it. I mean, I cried for like weeks after that ended. I mean, I was so in love with the process, the people, and my character actually, Sophie Swift was my name. And I like even to this day, I still hear people being like, "Hi, Sophie." And I connected with her the most because she kind of came into her own power, and she it was like an office romance type of thing, and then she became the CEO. It was just something that I was like, oh my gosh, like that. There was a big scene where I had to fire a lot of people that were really bad, and I kind of took power, of what was mine. And I loved that scene. I was actually like shaking that day. I don't know why. I just like wanted to do such a good job with that scene. And I remember leaving this set and being like, I should be like Sophie Swift, because she's so strong and she just doesn't back down, and she's fun too. She's very, like, the way she talks to people, like
Yeah.
it's just very matter of fact. And so yeah, I really like Sophie. But I also love Nina in Golden Pear. I kind of want to be Nina because she's kind of a little nuts, and she's crazy, and she just does whatever she wants, and she's confident. So yeah, I connected to those two, my first and my last.
And getting her sister into trouble. Kidding.
I know. That was fun. I know my sister's not doing anything. She's like serving coffee, and then here I am stealing diamonds, and she's the one getting in trouble. Oh, I just loved it. Like, give me more scripts like that. I love it.
What was your most challenging or rewarding role or scene?
Oh, it's so hard. I think the most challenging scenes, and that's scenes plural, and a few of them are the ones where I have to physically be in pain, kind of. Like there was one where my character was getting assaulted, and it's really, really hard to play those roles sometimes because, as an actor, and I'm sure you know this, when you're doing these scary scenes where you're like, you're bound up and you don't, you have tape over your mouth or someone's hurting you, like your body doesn't know that it's fake.
Yeah.
Your brain knows. Your brain is like, I'm on set, I'm doing a show, I'm doing a scene, I'm telling a story, but your body is just taking in the cues that you give it. And if you're breathing like you're hyperventilating or you're crying, which I cry in a lot of these scenes, my body goes into like a shock state, and it's sometimes hard to get out of that. So sometimes certain intimacy coordinators will have a way of bringing you out of that and like calming you down. So those are some pretty hard scenes to do, I will say, because it's just trauma. Your body just stores things inside. So like sometimes it's just like getting up and shaking, and you shake the energy out, and like physically it like feels good. And then some of the rewarding things, there's no like scenes that are like rewarding. I think the one time I really enjoyed, no, I mean, I enjoy all of it though. I have so much fun, but I think when I can connect to an actor, like with me and Nick, we did some improv scenes and some improv moments on Golden Pear Fair. Mark and I have done that as well. Connor and I too. There's been moments where you can just play, and we're always so proud of that, because if the director likes it and it feels so authentic and good, then we get off the set and we're like cheering, because we haven't deviated from the script. We're still telling the story, but we're doing it from us, from our hearts. So those moments I can be really proud of. So there are some moments when I'm watching the Golden Pear Affair that I'm like, oh, that was improvised, and it just feels so good. It feels really, really rewarding, because then you can play as an actor.
Yeah.
So that's a long answer. I'm
No,
sorry
you're
about
totally fine.
that. I just kept yapping. You gotta stop. You gotta stop me.
No, you can yep all you want.
All I want. Okay, done. I will yap.
Um, this one I already asked. What would you advise yourself when you just started verticals, comparing to you now?
Mm, I think after doing so many of them, I think you grow a bit of a backbone, and you tolerate things a little bit less. Like when I was starting out, I would say yes to every single thing, and I still say yes to most things now. But there's some scary things going on in the industry sometimes. And so as a young person, you don't want to say no. You don't want to burn a bridge. You don't want to make someone feel bad, so you say yes to everything. But now I think I would just say to speak up for myself a little bit more. There are certain scenes that are just so wonderful, but sometimes there's a way to do them that makes me feel more comfortable, or sticking up for somebody else that's going through a hard time. I think I would just tell my younger self to be a little bit more vocal in how you feel, and to not be afraid that that's going to hurt someone's feelings, because no one, like, we're all just there to make a really great movie. But if you're uncomfortable filming, or if you're uncomfortable doing something, then that takes away from your experience. So if I'm uncomfortable, I just need to speak it. And maybe there's a way that me and the director can go about this scene. And I'm like, oh, that's so much better. Thank you. And then there's a collaboration where we both can feel comfortable. So yeah, I think I've really matured in verticals, and I can speak up for myself, and that is it's such a gift. So
And really
yeah.
important too.
Yeah, really, really important, especially as a young person. I mean, I'm still like young, but just knowing that I do have agency and autonomy over myself, and I can say no, or I can say, hey, can we try it a different way? And there's nothing wrong with that. So, never, not just always saying yes, 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 yes all the time, and then being uncomfortable, because I want to love what I do. And if I start to become uncomfortable doing what I love, I'm not going to do it anymore. So
Yeah.
it's just speaking up and communicating. Yeah.
What is the biggest thing you learned from doing verticals?
Mm, I think the biggest thing I've learned from doing verticals, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot that I've learned. I think one of the things I've learned is that it's okay to start and be where you are. I think a lot of people in this industry like hated on verticals for so long,
Yeah.
and they like, and a little, I can understand a little bit of why, they're different from what, we were trying to do before they were here. But I'm still getting to act, and I'm still getting to put a script in front of my hands, and I'm still getting to work out the characters and the roles, and just to enjoy the process of it. Like, this is all the process. There is an end goal in my mind. I have big goals for myself, but a year ago, this is what I would have wanted to be doing, and I'm doing it. So just kind of taking the moment and to enjoy it. And then, I've also learned, like I said, to stick up for myself more. Um, I've learned to use it as practice. I've learned a lot about the industry and what works in different countries. Like, these blew up in China, and now they're going to South America and Central America. They're in Turkey. We're doing in Canada. I've learned that I want to write scripts now too. There's so much that I've learned from them. Like, there's just so much knowledge that you can take away from verticals, whether it's acting or the industry, or I've met so many friends now that have brought me so much more. I don't know. It's crazy. Verticals have absolutely changed my life for the better.
If you have to recommend a vertical to a fan that just learns about verticals, which one would you recommend and why?
That's such a good question. That's hard, because it just depends on what they like to watch, right? Because there's like high school dramas, and there's werewolves, and there's office dramas, and
I mean,
vampire.
from your verticals.
I was thinking of like other ones that I watched. I think Golden Pair. I think that's probably the one I'm most proud of. Like, I'm really, really, really proud of Golden Pair Affair. Because Nick is so wonderful, and we had a great connection. We're kind of like brother and sister too, where I know it sounds weird because like we're love interests, but it's not like a gross brother and sister. It's like a
I get what you mean, yeah.
right, like we gave each other like we joked with each other a lot, and we looked out for each other. And if there was anything on his shirt, I'm like, hey, like turn around, like let me get this. And then he's like, Ali, how do you feel about doing this, when he had an idea. And so we just had this partnership where we like really trusted each other. But then there's this level of adventure, and then there's stunts, which is really fun. So you've seen that. And then there's a little bit of romance. That kiss in the club is really, really beautiful. And it's not overly spicy and smutty, which some people like, but this one had everything. And then you get to see native in it too. So I think it just had everything that you might want to see in a vertical. And twins, and yeah, and like a lot of crying. I had to do screaming and crying. And so, yeah, that one probably, because it has so much of what you want to see already in a movie, in a regular film. And you get to see it on a vertical on your phone.
Can you,
Yeah.
by the way, before I forget, explain to people who haven't watched that one where you can watch it? Because it's a little different.
Yeah. It's just on www.goldenpearaffair.com. And I have the link on my Instagram, on the last like 5 posts that I've posted about the show. It's there as well too. So it's on its actual like website, and then you can also shop native products there too. So it has everything on the website there. So goldenpearaffair.com is where you can watch it.
I almost forgot to ask that, even though I know, but because it's
Just
so
for people.
different than like real short and stuff. It's
Yeah,
not
it's not
a
like an app. Well, I should know this. I don't know if it is an app. I'm sure. I mean, you can watch it on your phone on the website.
yeah.
I don't think you can download the Golden Pear Fair app. I think it's just whether you're on your phone and your laptop, it's
Google.
just going to the website. Yeah, exactly.
What do you want to see more in the vertical space?
In the vertical space. I just want to see different stories, I think. Like, oh, I know, you know what? Nick did a pirate one.
Yeah,
If I wasn't in Vancouver, I would have at least auditioned for it, because I was like, are you kidding me? This is so cool. It's just different. Like, I just want to see different things. And I think it's a lot of the same stuff. And it's a lot of the same stuff because it does work and people love it. So I understand why we're doing that. But I want to see, I don't know, more female driven, stories, and ensemble stories where you get like a good group of people together, and then they're going on an adventure. I want to see more stunts, and I want to see, yeah, just less of the romance and more of the story. I think romance is great, and every single one of them. I'm a romance girly. I'm currently reading fantasy right now, and there's dragons and romance, and I love it. Like, I love a good romantic plot, but I just different stories. Like, there's so much to tell out there in the world, and yeah, I like, how can we push the boundaries of storytelling and bring in different scripts and different viewpoints, so a lot of people out there in the world feel connected, rather than just an office romance, which some people can feel connection towards that, but a lot of people can't. So older, parents falling in love, I want to see grandparents in there that are kind. Normally the grandma, or like the grandpa or the mom or dad, they're so mean, right?
yeah.
They're horrible, right? But I want to see more connection. And yes, you can have drama, and we can have villains. I love a villain as well, but there's just, I don't know. I just think there's so many more stories out there that we can create, rather than the same one like retold. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite genre you like to watch or do?
Mm, I'm a big rom-com girly.
Yeah.
But those are like my favorite movies from like the 90s and 2000s, are like the rom-coms. But thrillers are really great. Uh, Actions are great as well. Okay, like I said, I'm reading my first fantasy book ever. Ever. It's the Fourth Wing series. they're so good. And now I think I can add fantasy in there, and I never thought I would. I'm on the third book. And I read them the first two in the last 2 weeks, and I never read this fast. So I think I'm also gonna add fantasy in there. I'm like obsessed. It's crazy.
Fantasy is great.
Yeah.
Uh, the next one is a little the next one is the same as I asked in the one before.
Yeah.
What or who inspires you, like acting wise or just in general?
Um, I get really inspired by my favorite actors and the movies that I see. So I get really, really inspired actually. I recently watched Wuthering Heights and Hamnet in the theaters, and I always try around the award season to watch the like the categories and all the movies that are nominated. And I'm so inspired by directors like Emerald Fennell, who directed, Wuthering Heights, and of course Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi and Jessie Buckley. Like I'm once I watch those movies, I go home and I watch how they made the film, and I watch them in interviews, to see their process and how they work. And I'm just utterly inspired by, the actors that are nominated, and even not so the actors that are not nominated. Like one of my favorite actors of all time is Sandra Bullock, and she hasn't been, I mean, she's won awards, but she hasn't been nominated in anything for a while. But I'm just inspired by other actors. Like, and I used to be a kind of a jealous person, but now all I see is if they can do it, I can do it. I'm so inspired by them. Like there's no competition. And I'm in awe, and I'm floored by these other actors, and they bring me so much inspiration. So yeah, good cinema, I guess.
That's also the best way to see it. I think competition is never to see it as a competition.
Yeah, that just takes away so much from the art. There's no competition. And in fact, I don't believe that someone stole something from me. That was meant to be their role. If I didn't get it, it was not meant to be mine. So I wouldn't have been the best in it. I want that role to come to fruition the best way that it can, that story to blossom. And that might mean that I'm not a part of it, but my time will come. So yeah, there's no more competition. I just want all of us to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one is a little similar to what we are already talked about, but what helps you to relax on when filming was really hard, like what you do yourself. So
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've already talked about kind of like the shaking. Also for lunch, I don't normally sit with everyone. I actually go underneath a desk where it's dark. I always try to find like a dark corner. If it's behind a chair, if it's in a closet, I actually go where like my senses can be dulled. Um, because I'm a pretty private, like I'm alone a lot in my life. I travel so much by myself, and it can get lonely sometimes, but it's just kind of where I thrive the best. And I think when I'm surrounded by so many people, when I'm acting, I love it, and I make friends with everyone, and I'm giddy and I'm happy, and I love that energy. But then I need time to like restore myself. And so normally at lunch, I'll go grab my plate, and then I'll go grab my headphones. Um, and then my script if there's a big scene that I want to work through at lunch, and then I go find like the darkest corner in that building or room or wherever, and then I just hide, and I just kind of like dull my senses, and I listen to music that's really, really calming, and I hum because I learned a lot about the nervous system, and I've had anxiety before, and there's a vagus nerve that runs through like your body, and when you hum, it kind of vibrates, and it like calms your heart and all of that. And then so I do weird things like that, but it's really just sitting in the dark. It like helps me a lot. So
Did you say that it was weird? Did you said that?
what? That it's weird to be in the dark?
No, you said. Uh, I think I heard you say that it was weird or something. Weird that you did weird.
Well, I think all of that is a little bit weird.
No.
It's just like most people, like I know most people will sit with everyone at lunch and they'll talk and stuff. And it's not like I don't want to talk to everyone because I love them so much. I just need time to ground myself. So sometimes people look and I'm underneath the desk and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I'm just breathing." And it's not like it's a hard time. I'm not trying to run away from anybody. It's just a way for me to like decompress.
And if you don't want to answer what I'm gonna say next, that's fine. But what
Yeah,
helps for you if you accidentally take like something home from like a, for example,
like a prop.
abusive, no, abusive. You just had an
Oh,
abusive storyline. You accidentally took like the
yeah.
thing, like
How do I decompress from that? Like
yeah,
when I get home?
yeah.
Oh, yes. I cry. I know it sounds so bad, but when I cry on set, like in uh what is it? The cowboy I met in Paris, there was it so when I'm really, really tired, I also cry. And oh, actually I cry a lot, but it's not me being sad. I just that's the way I expel energy. And I think some people go to the gym and they like go hit, they do a workout or they box. For me, a lot of times it's just releasing energy through crying. So I had a scene where I was like bound and like I was hit across the face and I cried in the scene and it was beautiful, but then I couldn't stop crying after. So a lot of times it's like a floodgate that's opens and I can't stop. And so sometimes I'll go home and I'm crying and I'm not sad, I'm just crying it out. Like it's like a tension release for me. And then I love yoga. I love meditating. But a lot of times it's like sitting in silence. I won't turn on the music. And then I go home. I have a dog named Choo Choo. So I'll go walk her, getting out to be in nature, cooking food. But I have to be very quiet with myself. And I cry the emotions out. So even after an audition, like I recently had an audition where I had to cry. And after I was done, I sat on my bed and I cried more just to get it out because it was just energy that's like built up. So I know it sounds so it's not morbid, but it's it sounds so depressing. But I'm like,
I totally
I
get it.
cry.
I do the same. So, and I'm not
Right,
even
okay,
an
you
actor, but I do
understand.
the same.
Okay, good. I'm glad that somebody understands because
I
it's
do.
just energy, and and shaking also helps get the energy out. But for me, I'm a weepy baby. I cry.
No, I totally get it.
Good.
What are some of your dreams that you want to achieve this year or in the future?
Mm,
What you can say.
my goals this year to be SAG eligible. Because I've been doing this for so long and I've been doing really well in verticals. And now I want to audition for some other roles. And I actually just got a new agent too, like this last week. So they're wonderful. I'm really excited to start working with them. And our goal is for me to do a vertical here or there, but then to audition as much as I can for union projects so I can start getting on all my favorite shows. I've just kind of like most people that you talk to, I'm sure they want to be on Hulu and they want to
Mm.
be in the movies. And I mean, that's my big goal. I want to tell really wonderful stories. Like verticals are great. The scripts are a little problematic for me sometimes, but I do love the vertical space. But my goal is to be in movies like Hamnet and Wuthering Heights. Like I want to do those incredible roles where you like just I don't know, like just dive deep in for months at a time and work on a character. And I'm happy to do physical training, voice act. Like I just want to have a role for like 4, 5, 6 months where I just dive deep into that. And that's like the big goal, is to do those projects. But, the goal this year is to get SAG eligible so that I can audition for the bigger roles. I'm taking classes right now. I'm doing workshops with casting directors. And yeah, it's just, I love the vertical space, but I'm hoping to incorporate the regular film now. And that's like a big goal of mine this year. So
Exciting.
yeah, I'm so excited.
You're gonna do it. I know you will.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Wait, what is your goal this year? I know it's like an interview about me, but I kind of want to know.
um, you can ask me anything. I think just in general for my life to stay happy, healthy. It's so sounds boring, but I haven't been always like happy
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's the epitome of a great life.
and mainly be confident in my own body. That's my main one.
That is a good goal. That is a great goal. Yeah. No, I love that. That's what 2026 is for. Yeah. Happy, healthy, confident with your body, in love with who you are. You got this. You will get there 100%. I can already see it. So
Mm, Dominic.
no, it's okay. You can cry. I cry all the time. I told you, I'm a big baby. So this is a safe space to cry if you want.
Both crying.
Right.
I think I was watching your IMDb before we started to do
Hmm.
this interview, and I saw you wrote a short. I think it was
I wrote a short.
there. It's on your IMDb writer.
Oh, yeah, it kind of. It was like this guy who gets actors to like I can't even explain it. It's like one person jumping from the next person and the next person, and each person is a random person in the world, and that person can create a day in the life of inside your body. So it was kind of like me playing me, and then you jump to somebody else, and then he hires the next actor. So it was kind of like that. Writing is a huge goal of mine. I'm in Corey Mendel's. He has a writing course, and I'm currently doing that right now because I want to write my own script so badly. I just don't know how to do it. I have ideas, I have conversations, but to write out a story with an arc and challenges and plot lines and characters is I don't want to say I can't because I don't like that word, but I can't do it right now. Like I don't know how to do it. So I'm currently learning how to so that I can write my own scripts. Yeah. That's another goal. I have so many goals.
I I had to ask that since I was like I didn't know that.
I know it's not as impressive as it looks. It's nice that it's on there. I'm like, oh, I have a writing credit, but I'm like, oh, but it was just me. Like, it wasn't me writing out a story. It was just like me acting. But still, it's
Still
fun.
you.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Du- du- du. Du- I saw you done a couple short films. What is for you the biggest difference between verticals and shorts?
Oh yeah. I just had two Lifetime movies come out, and it was a lot of fun filming those. I think the biggest difference is just timing. We had months to film those. Not months. I think one was almost a month, another was like 3 weeks, versus the quickest vertical that I've ever done is 6 days.
Mhm.
And it's crazy that we can film basically a feature film, like a film, because
Yeah.
people in Hollywood, I mean, they're doing it in 6 months, and we're doing it in 6 days. And so I think that's like the biggest difference. But you know what? I'm so thankful for verticals because I know once I get on like a big set, I'm gonna be it's gonna be smooth sailing because everything's gonna take like months And then I have all this experience of filming in 6 days, and it's, filming like that, especially as the lead, sometimes it's you're in every single scene, and there's a change, hair, makeup, and outfit, and in between, so you can't even catch a breath. To then going on like a regular film and like da da da, like we're gonna do 5 pages today versus like 20 pages in one day on a vertical. So it's the pacing, it's the timing, it's the difference. Yeah.
Do you like a character you could play for like multiple seasons or multiple years?
Is there a character that I would want to play for that long?
Yeah, or just
Is that what you're
uh
Oh, which one of my characters would I want to play for that long?
no, I mean, would you like to do that? That's my question.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. I want to work on a character for years. I want my character to be here and then to grow and then to get challenged and then to become a better person and to have a weak moment and then to yeah, I don't really get to do that with verticals because it's so fast. I mean, there is a little bit of change, but my dream is to get a role, and then I have 2 months of training before that, and then I have voice lessons, and then I'm sitting with the director for a month studying my character, and then we're filming for months and months and months, and then season 2 comes and then my character's different. That is my dream. Like I want to own a life and become that person for as long as I can. That would be incredible. Yeah.
And if you could pick one of your vertical characters, then that you could play
It
for many years.
it's got to be like Sophia, like because I've done some really fun characters,
Yeah,
but I think the challenge of those two, I would love to have to for so long do two characters. Like what an honor for an actor and what a challenge. Oh, I so badly like you have no idea. I'm like itching to do something like this. Yeah, I want it.
you brought me up that question yourself.
I did. There you go. Sorry, I'm taking over the interview. All right.
Um, if you could step into any existing show or movie, which one?
Oh my god, there's so many.
There's also evil laugh.
Like, I got a good question. Oh hell, there's so many. What am I watching right now? Maybe something like Ted Lasso. I don't know if you've watched Ted Lasso, but it is, oh my heart. Yeah, it's the soccer one. It's on Apple TV.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm blanking on the character's name. He's a big actor. I used to love Grey's Anatomy. I mean, I still do. It is an incredible show. Um, oh my gosh, it's funny. If I'm not in an interview, I know all these shows and movies. And then when I'm sitting here, I'm blanking. But there's so like The Bear was incredible. I loved The Bear. Um, yeah, there's a lot. I would jump into so many movies and shows if I can, which is a goal of mine, right? Like I'm hoping that as I get traction and I get bigger auditions that I can find myself on one of these shows that I'm watching and be like, "Oh my god, I was just watching you guys on TV and now I'm a part of the story." So that's my goal.
uh, I hope all your dreams come true because you deserve that.
Same to you as well. You deserve everything you ever wanted. Yeah. We both do. We're gonna soar, I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one I already asked. The next question is more, I think it's kind of similar or the same question that I asked in our first one. But if you were stranded on an island and only got to take 3 things with you, which one?
2 things.
3.
Oh, treats?
No, if you were stranded on an abandoned island and only got to take 3 things with you, which one?
Well, okay, are we going practical, like sticks and matches to survive, or are we going like my favorite book and my dog and
Both.
a lifetime supply of like ramen or something, which I don't even eat anymore. Oh my gosh, I'm looking around my room to see like what. This is my childhood bedroom. It's not even my actual. Okay, well, I just saw the movie Help Me with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. I don't know if you saw that in theaters. And so, they're stranded on an island. So I'm thinking of like what? But I mean, she found everything in the woods. You know what? I am gonna bring my book only because once I'm done reading it, I can turn it into fire. And then oh my gosh, this is so unfair. I hate preservatives. Like I try to eat as clean as possible, but the most preserved cans of beans and food or whatever, so that lasts, even though I could probably find food on the island. And then, well, I don't want to bring my dog because then she could die of overheat and stuff like that. And my phone wouldn't work after like 24. I'm actually thinking about these things. I literally don't know. Yeah. And then I'll bring the winner of The Last Survivor so that we could survive. That's the smartest thing I could say. That's probably the smartest thing I've ever said. A survivor winner so that we can actually survive on the island.
That's good.
A hot survivor winner.
I think the next one I always ask, is there anyone you would love to work with in the vertical space or just in general? Acting wise?
Well, just in general, I mean, I already have some of my favorite actors, just like, like I said, Margot Robbie and Melissa McCarthy and yeah, some great directors as well. I cannot wait to work with them. I'm so excited. And on the vertical space, no, I have yet to work with a lot of the bigger leads. They seem wonderful. Nicole Maddox seems incredible. I just saw, you guys just chatted together.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many people that I'd like to work with. I don't know. I kind of want to work with everybody. Like, and of course, like Mark and I have worked together like 4 times now, and we do so well. Yeah, Jado is, wonderful. His girl, like I'd like to work with her as well. There's so many great people out there, and a lot of faces in LA now that I'm there that are bigger, and I'd like to work with them and yeah, to make something great. So hopefully we'll get to do that.
I know what my answer would be if I could pick a co-star for you.
Tell me.
But you already worked with him, but it was a while ago.
Who was it? Connor? Wait, who? Was it
Luke,
Mitch?
Luke.
Oh my God, Luke. I love Luke. Yes, we did. Yeah, we did 2024 in November. We won Best Kiss for that too. How could I forget? Um, I adore that man. That man walked around set making sure that everyone was happy, that everyone was okay, if they needed anything. Like, he has a special place in my heart. He's so wonderful. And he's tried to get me other jobs too. Yeah, he's just heart of gold, that one. So hopefully we'll get to work together again. Yeah. He just works so hard and it's just so like it's easy to like support him. So yeah.
Do you have any specific things you do when you arrive on set before filming?
Actually, I don't know. Normally, when I arrive on set, it is already like getting in the chair. I usually can't eat breakfast on set because it's just my stomach is very sensitive to food. Like, I'm currently doing a big health program. I'm on a lot of supplements, eating specific foods at specific times. So I don't come to set early and eat breakfast anyways. So I eat before I get there. So once I'm on set, it's like, okay, Alyona, in the chair. There you go. It's time to get you going. So there's no time, but then I usually get my sides while I'm sitting in the chair for hair and makeup and I'm just reading through my lines. I say hi to everybody. Um, yeah, there's just like no time to do things because I leave at the very last second in my house to get to set. I don't go early to do anything. I'm like, no, I need as much sleep as possible. So yeah.
What is one of your most memorable moments on set?
Memorable moments on set. I, It's not even like I have one memorable moment. I think it's when I can bond with the cast and crew. It's either like we're all sitting outside for lunch and we're laughing together. There was certain crews that take you out, you know, because usually you film like 3 or 4 days and you have a day off, or you have 2 days off, and then you film. And sometimes when you're on set, they will after the first 3 days, that very night before you have your 1 or 2 day break, they'll take you, you know, out. Like everyone will go out or we'll go sing karaoke. And it's those moments of bonding that are just my absolute favorite. It's like I slip a lot because I'm wearing heels. I'm like, there's so many times where we get to laugh on set and it's funny and we're all just gagging and you know at whatever just happened, and those are my favorite moments. It's like just like pure human connection when we're all tired and we're like trying to make this movie and then someone does something and you're on the floor laughing or you're bonding or like, you know, just I've gotten gifts from hair and makeup before because we bonded so well, and just those moments. And you know, because filming is tough and it's amazing and I love it. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love it. But the connections you make with these humans are just make every single moment worth it. So whenever you can do that, whenever you can take a second to laugh with someone or, you know, to listen to music and dance, you know, after a rough scene in the makeup room and you know we're all dancing, it's those moments that are at my absolute favorite.
I love that. Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite funny moment or blooper that you remember?
The only one that comes in mind, just because it was the most recent, is from Golden Pear Affair. And we were filming, so we filmed in Athens, Georgia and Atlanta. And then I flew back to LA and then we needed to do 2 more days of reshoots because there were some scenes missing and they were all on green screen, completely everything on it. It was crazy to film on the green screen, but I was supposed to be running. Me and Nick were supposed to be, well, we were running and then I just kind of slipped and it's on the camera. I actually have a video of it because somebody was filming the monitor. And it's just really funny because then I get back up and I'm like, okay, like I know we don't have a lot of time, but it was just funny to hear the laughter. And it's, yeah, it's the things that you wear sometimes like get caught on things and then you're falling and it was a cute blooper. It was very, very funny. And someone caught it too, which I never get to see the monitor. I never get to see what it looks like. And I usually don't like to look at the monitor either. And so somebody caught that moment. I was like, yes, okay. I love a good blooper. But you know, I wish they added them at the end or they use them in social media
Yeah.
because bloopers are my favorite things in the world and we make tons of them. And I just wish we would do something with them. Yeah, yeah. Maybe the next one I'll be like, I'll talk to the director, be like, hey, can we keep all the blooper scenes and make something fun for social media? It's fun to look back on.
And also a great way to like show what you guys are doing.
Right. And everyone gets to laugh. Yeah.
Laughing is always the best thing.
Same. I love a giggle. I love to giggle.
Do you have advice for someone who wants to be an actor?
Do I have someone?
No. Do you have advice for someone who wants to be an actor?
Yeah, I actually just one of my friends, Lila, just recently reached out to me asking advice on how to get started, and she's already doing background work, a lot of background work, which is exactly what I think she should be doing. That's how I started. I loved being background. I was so excited to be on set no matter what. And I think that's really important, just getting on set and watching how everybody works, watching how people talk to each other, watching how the scenes are getting done, meeting new people that are also in the industry. I think getting your headshots is really important. And getting a demo reel. And that's if you just take your little phone and you want to film something with your friends for 30 seconds. And if it's good, you can use that as your demo reel and then start applying for jobs. I know it seems really daunting.
No.
It seems really daunting with all this stuff that you have to do because she's like, oh my God, that's so much stuff. I'm like, yeah, but if you just start with one little thing, if you could just find a photographer who can take your photo, one or two pictures of you, and you can look up what a good headshot looks like. Perfect. That's it. That's really kind of all you need. And then you can actually start auditioning for things with just your headshots. You go on Actors Access and you can make a profile, which is where all of us go. And you can start self-submitting, but getting to classes is really important, and going on set and being a background is really easy too. And you can bring your laptop and you can bring your day job with you if you work from home, and you can bring whatever you want because a lot of times you're sitting there. But it's just immersing yourself entirely in it as much as you can, and watching how it's done. But yeah, I think it seems daunting, but it's pretty easy to go on there and get some photos and start submitting yourself and seeing what's out there. And then making stuff with your friends too. Yeah.
I have one, two, three, four, five more questions.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
I wanted to connect with the actors
yeah,
and get their
that's
side of the story. Oh, I
a
love
big
that. Yeah.
appreciation.
Love that. Well, thank you. I love that you do them. I love when like it's fun to watch you talking to these actors too. Because I'm like, I recognize them. Oh, I don't know this person. And then I see them in a vertical. I'm like, oh, like that's where they're from. It's just very cool to like connect the dots, you know?
I have
Yeah.
been interacting with my latest two, I think, with Nick.
Yeah,
I
oh,
saw
yeah,
you
of course.
reacting, and with Nicole, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think I liked it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Nick,
I
you
always
responded.
I always try to connect just because I don't know, it's hard to put yourself out there and you're doing such a good job of it. And it's like it takes, 10 seconds out of my day to make, to have a comment and add engagement and yeah, and to support each other because we're all trying to do crazy things. This industry is insane and we're all in it. And it's yeah, just to support each other is really, really nice. So
I always love interacting with every single one.
yeah, and now I feel like you have a bunch of friends now too, like you're just building your network and you're building your friendships and now we're all kind of watching each other and what we do and supporting each other. It's fun.
It was
Yeah.
funny when I saw you comment on Nick's interview. I was like, hey, there she is.
I am, yes. I also adore Nick and I feel so close to him now. So I'm like, hello, Nick. So yeah.
I had a feeling that was funny a few days before. I thought by myself, she is gonna respond to that interview.
Well, I have to, yes. I have to respond. I have to like be there for you and for them. And yeah, it's just like my way of kind of saying hi and supporting both of you guys.
You're amazing. But question. We, I think I'm gonna know what your answer gonna be about this one. But if you were the one deciding which show of yours would you love to do a sequel for?
Yeah. I mean, all of them really, because I never feel like we get enough in just one, movie. But yeah, definitely Golden Pair. And now I want to go to Italy. Like, if we do a sequel, we better get our butts across the pond and film, somewhere else. But yeah, I want to bring back Sophia and Nina and work more on their relationship. So yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. And Nick as
Yeah.
Luca, of course.
Yes, Nick, and maybe he has a twin, and then our twins get together.
Like Darker and Good Nick.
Right, bad Nick and good Nick. Although,
Yeah,
Nina's not bad. Nina's so
yeah.
sweet. She just likes to get in trouble like a little bit, but she's not a bad person. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
This is really random, but do you still, when we did our first one, you had a
mhm.
marketing job?
Yeah, I still have that marketing job. Yeah, I've been with them for like since 2021. So
Oh, that's
I can't
long.
believe it's not. Yeah, and they allow me to act whenever I want, as long as I finish my work, and I can work anywhere in the world. So it's such a blessing to have that job. Yeah, just in case acting is a little bit slow, which sometimes
It,
I don't work for a couple months, and it's good to have that backup. So yeah.
but what was it with marketing that got your interest?
I like making content. I think I enjoy being in front of the camera. I mean, that's so natural, right? And so this is, my brand is Paper Shoot Camera. It's like a
Oh,
digital, eco-friendly little reusable camera. And so on top of, I just love photography, camera. It's fun to be in frame in front of the camera and talking about the features and this and that, and it's just fun to connect with people. I also make emails for the company that is sent out to our customers, and I work on the YouTube, and there's just so much. It's just fun to be on the opposite side of things, because I'm also a creator as well. I mean, I don't always post on my TikTok page, but when I do, it's fun. But then working for a company, I can see the backstage of it as well too, and the analytics and how the numbers are and who is buying from us and who's viewing our content and answering back and talking to people. So yeah, I love marketing. If I could find like another marketing job as well to do on the side too, I would. Yeah, it's fun.
busy go.
I hope to be.
Uh, do you, when you do a character, do you always come up with your own background story, or is it something you take from the script?
Yeah, I take it from the script. I used to do a full background story, but it wasn't helpful to my story. It wasn't helpful to my acting. I realized that I would do all this work to figure out a backstory for my character, but I couldn't use any of that to bring the character to life. And so now I'll look at the script and I'll go through, and if I have questions, I'm like, well, why would she say that? That doesn't make sense. Or why is she in debt? Why does she owe money? Okay, maybe it's because of this. Oh, but then the script answers that a question later. So I just look at the script and I ask the questions rather than looking at the script and then making a whole story that doesn't even really matter. Like at 3 years old, she went into, her family moved to Connecticut. Like that doesn't matter. And I used to make that whole thing up. But now I just take what's in the script and I ask those questions instead, because that's what's going to further the story. So I guess it's creating a backstory, but it's different, it's answering those questions rather than just creating a story that doesn't make sense.
Creating questions more, like
Yeah, exactly.
instead of backstory, coming up with your own backstory.
Exactly. Instead of coming up with something, I'm using the script and what the clues the writer is giving me
Yeah.
to who she is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then the next is about if you could have. I think maybe this was also in the first interview, but if you could have any superpowers, which one?
Hmm. It always was flying, but now I think it's shape shifting.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's turning into whatever or whoever I want to be. Um, and I don't know why. I wish I had like a correct answer. Sometimes I just want to be somebody else. Sometimes I have so many, we're born with this one life, but in my mind, I wish I could live all 11 lives that I want to live, and I want to be so many people, which is probably why I'm an actor. Like I love me and I love Alyona, but I want to do so many things and be so many people.
Mm.
So if I can shape shift into that and experience different ways of living and life, and yeah, I would do that. Wait, what's yours?
Uh, I think time traveling or uh, like invisibility. That word was.
These good. Those are two good ones. Yeah. Time travel is crazy.
And invisibility because I am a joker. I always like to play jokes on people that are close to me.
Oh my God. You would be a menace if you could play a joke and then be invisible. Oh my gosh, you're a little menace. I love that. Those are two good ones. Maybe in the next life we will acquire
Um,
superpowers. Yeah, I love that.
and then as ending one that's the same as the video recording that you made yourself. If you have a message to people who have been watching your work, watching our conversation, or me.
Well, what would I tell those people
Yeah.
that are watching my work? Oh, I mean, obviously it's a resounding thank you for watching and for following me and for asking questions too. I get questions in my DMs and in my comments, and I like to interact as much as I can, and it's just so weird to feel like you're being perceived by people. Like when I post, I don't think about how many people there are. I mean, a lot of vertical people have way more followers than I do, but it's even in the 20,000s, it's just like it's such an honor. Like, oh, I just like my regular friends are finding my acting. I have two different Instagrams. I'm kind of private,
Mm.
so I made the acting one, and some of my friends are finding that one, and they're like, "You have this many," and I'm like, and I like forget. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do." And they're very like talkative. Like they send me like they want to chat with me, and I think it's just so cool. So it's just a resounding thank you for that. And I'm like, if you have any ideas of things that you want to see, like tell me. Like I wish that these big apps would do polls for viewers and what they want to see and what they like and what they're interested in, because I want to take what my followers and all the followers want, and I want to see if I can give that to them. So yeah, just continue like let us know how you guys feel about the things that you see and watch, and because we want to interact, and I want to know what my followers want to see, because then I want to do it maybe, right? And then I can come up with ideas and things like that too. I want it to be like interactive. I don't want it to be so separate from the people that follow me, because I'm just so thankful. So yeah, like working together to create the next great movie or show.
That's, by the way, also a reason why I do these interviews because when I do fans of that person normally are reacting on what they want to see. So that's also
Yeah,
a big reason.
right, right. Your audience is getting such an in-depth view of how we feel as actors and how we want to connect with people, and there's like we don't get to do this. Like we don't get to really talk to people. We film and then we post that, and then that's it. So this is a great way to communicate, because I got questions that they asked, and then they're getting things from me and vice versa, and
Yeah.
it's really, yeah, yeah.
But these were all my questions. I really loved meeting you.
Yeah, same. Thank you so much. Round two. It's such an honor. It's like a year.
Almost a year,
I
but
don't know when
yeah,
almost okay, I didn't know when I did it. Oh my gosh. Okay, well then in a year from now, we're gonna do it every year. We're gonna do like part three, part four, and we'll see where we both are and see if we've met our goals, which we will. Not if, when we meet our goals.
you are welcome
Yeah.
anytime. You know, I said that before. I'm gonna say it again. You are welcome anytime.
Right, right. I'm happy to chat and get to know you as well too. And yeah, and just say hi to everyone. This was fun. Thank you so much for giving me the time and space
Of course.
and for taking time out of your day.
Hope you have a good rest of your day. And yeah, thank you. This was so lovely.
Thank you. I feel the same. I hope you have a good night and I'm sure we'll chat so soon, okay?
For sure. Bye.
All right. Have a good night. Bye.